Hello everybody, welcome to another Nephilim build. Today we're going to surprise adopt our rival's son as Piccolo from Dragonball. As always, keep in mind that these videos are about capturing the spirit of the character rather than capturing their abilities perfectly. With that said, let's start with the ability scores. Using the standard point array, we'll put the 15 into Wisdom. He for sure has the best survival skills of the Z fighters. Next is the 14 Dexterity, you know Monk is going to be involved. After that is the 13 in Constitution and the 12 in Strength. We'll put the 10 to Intelligence, we won't need it, and dump Charisma. He doesn't have the best social skills. For race, I considered Simic Hybrid, but it turns out Grappling Appendages doesn't have reach. So let's go with Custom Lineage instead, putting our +2 into Dexterity and taking the Mobile feat. We'll also take Perception and Speak Common and Abyssal. We'll take the Outlander background, getting Wanderer, Athletics and Survival, Celestial, and the Flute. Moving on to class, we're going to start off as a Monk. We'll get Strength and Dexterity saving throws, pick Acrobatics and Stealth, and be proficient with Simple Weapons, Short Swords, and the Songhorn. At level 1, we'll get Martial Arts and Unarmored Defense. We're now going to multi-class the Fighter, getting Light and Medium Armor, Shields, and all weapons. At level 1, we'll get Second Wind in our fighting style, taking Unarmed Fighting. Now that basic combat is done, time to work on some of the key features of this build. We're going to start by multi-classing to Druid, getting Druidic and 2 cantrips. We'll take Thorn Whip for stretchy arms and Thunderclap for a key pulse. We'll also prepare 3 spells, taking Earth Tremor for a power upgrader, Thunder Wave for a key pulse, and Detect Magic to detect key. At level 2, we'll get Wild Shape in our Druid Circle. We'll take the Circle of Stars to power up with Starry Form. We'll mostly use Archer for now for the Key Blast. We'll also get Guidance and Guiding Bolt for the Makon Kosapo. See, Piccolo, it's not that hard to say. We'll also take Absorb Elements for resistances. Now we got a multi-class of Trickery Domain Cleric. Seems fitting for a former Demon King fused with Kami. That means God, by the way. Now bow. At level 1, we'll get Blessing of the Trickster and 3 cantrips. We'll take Sacred Flame for a Meteor Key Blast, Light for a Light, and Spare the Dying for a Key Fibrillator. It all started with him. We'll automatically get Charm Person, I think that's something Key can do, and Disguise Self for the Clothes Beam. Of all the things I managed to slip in, that one was on accident. We'll also prepare Shield of Faith for AC, Cure Wounds for some healing, and Detect Evil and Good to sense threats. At level 2, we'll get Channel Divinity Turn Undead and Invoke Duplicity for the Multiform technique. We'll also get Protection from Evil and Good. At level 3, we'll get Mirror Image for more multiform and Pass Without Trace to conceal our power level. I'll also take Blindness Deafness for the Solar Flare. I don't care if he actually does this or not, everyone knows this technique. Back to Druid, at level 3 we'll take Enlarge Reduce for Big Piccolo. It only took all of Z, Super, and 2 extra movies for Toriyama to remember this. At level 4 we'll round off Wisdom and Constitution. We'll also take Mending to fix our clothes, and then Jump and Long Strider. We'll also take Enhance Ability from Cleric since that goes up too. At level 5 we'll take Erupting Earth to blast the ground with Ki. At level 6 we'll get Cosmic Omen and take Earthbind for more grabby arms. At level 7 we'll take Protection from Energy for resistances. At level 8 we'll raise our Dexterity and take Freedom of Movement to break a grapple. At level 9 we'll take Scrying. When you can track how a fight is going from across the planet by sense and key, that's basically Scrying. At level 10 we'll get Twinkling Constellations. We'll now be switching to Dragon for the flying speed, which is thankfully boosted by mobile. Real talk, why is this only a base 20? I can't think of anyone who would actually use that. We'll also get Resistance to fill the slot and take Locate Object, borrow the Dragon Radar so you can go get the Dragon Balls. At level 11 we'll get Move Earth to do a little terraforming, man needs a place to live. At level 12 we'll cap our Dexterity and take Revivify for a stronger Key Fibrillator. At level 13 we'll take Regenerate to regrow some limbs, and at level 14 we'll get Full of Stars and take Draconic Transformation for Orange Piccolo. At level 15 we'll take Sunburst for Piccolo's coolest attack, the Hellzone Grenade. When you gonna remember that one, Toriyama? Now that we're at level 20 we finally have our modifiers. We'll take a Component Pouch for Spellcasting. Our AC with Unarmored Defense is 18, our movement speed is 40, and our average HP is 144 with 1d10 and 19d8 hit dice. And with that, we are done. Now what can this build do? To start, we have multiple ranged damage options that scale pretty well into late game. We also come with healing and are pretty mobile both on the ground and in the air. We even have a few control options and can easily sense any threat coming. For weaknesses, our spellcasting is uncapped and our melee is pretty weak. Our concentration checks are also not great, so we'll get knocked out of orange pretty easily. We also don't want to be in charge of any social encounters. That infiltration mission was a fluke and shouldn't have worked. Weaknesses aside, we're still one mean green regenerating machine. Wait, wrong character. Thank you everybody so much for watching. If you'd like to support my channel, there's a link to my Patreon down in the description. $1 a month gives you 2-day early access to my videos, a chance to vote for future characters, and access to all of my homebrew content. Let me know what you thought of this video down in the comments, and I'll see you all next week when I make Gengar from Pokemon.